Just a quick disclaimer for this video, it does include special effects makeup that looks pretty graphic and gory.
Hi, my name is Nicole Green, and today I'm going to do special effects makeup to make a shark bite and rope burn on my arm. Unfortunately, I had already started recording, but my laptop decided to not work, so I'm already part of the way through, but I'll explain really quick what I did. First, I did some latex and I put down a sheet of toilet paper to help with texturization underneath the cigar wax. And then I did latex and texturization for the rope burn that'll be up here, but I'm waiting to do the coloring on it. And then I started to do the cigar wax. As you can see, I did it one little section at a time. And how I did that was I put latex on and then I put a piece of the cigar wax and kind of blended it out until I was done all the way around, and then I set it with powder. And now I'm moving on to the second one and the third one. These two are kind of connected, it looks like, but they'll be separated. And then I will move on to coloring. Okay, this spot in between is gonna be a little bit hard, but I'm gonna figure it out. That didn't work. So I have finished the cigar wax. It took quite a while. I'm going to set it now, and then I will begin the coloring. Okay, that's set. Let's begin. So because these two, I made them so close, I wanted it to look more of like a, I don't want to say string, but in certain lacerations there's like a very thin piece of skin still in between. That's what I was trying to go for. It's not great, but I can work with it. Alright, first I'm going to do the foundation just to blend it in a little bit. And I'm just going to use the cream foundation that came in the Ben 9 makeup kit. I'm done with the foundation, and it's really up here. I did the foundation or the concealer, and then I moved on to the foundation up here, and that blended better. Okay, so next I am going to take the bigger brush and start with, I'm going to start with this darker color from the Bruise and Abrasions palette, this one. And I am going to do this kind of in the holes of the tissue paper to give it some more depth, and around under the edges of the cigar wax for the same reason. Okay, next I am going to take the red from this palette, which is the Cuts and Bruises, the red, and kind of put that on the white spots that we can see and get some more depth in there. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna start doing coloring on the rope burn, and then I will add finishing touches. For the rope burn, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna start by just making this red, and then I'll add in some darker colors and a little bit of a yellow for the blistering effect. And then I will add the blood at the very end. have this, and I'm going to use a sponge with some of the red on it, you can see from my practice, and blend it out for the inflammation. Now, I'm going to use my stipple brush and go back to this darker red one more time and use that around the bites to kind of just get blood on the outsides as well, as it looks too nice and pretty right now for it to be something from shark. I'm going to use the stipple brush again and get the darker red on the bruise and abrasions wheel, this one, and use that on the rope burn. I'm actually going to use this same color to kind of get in. There's some spots, you can't really see them on camera, but they look like raised, so I'm going to use that as a shadow on them. Now, before I move on to blood, I'm going to use the yellow from this for the blisters. So it looks like this. I'm going to blend them a little bit because it is kind of harsh. So now we have this. For the burn, the very last thing I'm going to do probably is put Vaseline on it to give it that sheen. And then for these, I'm going to work with the thick blood and the scab to make it look bloody. And I might use the dark blood on top, I'm not sure yet. Okay, I'm going to start with the thick blood and just add it in some places. I'm using this mostly on the bottom and underneath the toilet paper if I can, so it's not just a bunch of thick blood on top, because that it kind of mutes everything else that I've done, so I don't want to use too much. Okay, I don't really see much of a difference in the scab blood versus the thick blood, but I'm going to use some of the scab on the edges of this just to give it a little bit more blood. I'm done with that. This is where we're at. You really can't see it on this camera, but I'll add some video from my phone and pictures as well at the end. Okay, I'm gonna put some Vaseline on here. Okay, yeah, that shows up pretty well. The last thing is I'm going to do some of this dark blood just to make it a little runny and gross in the bites. Oh, I just got it on my desk. Oh no. We're leaving it. We're leaving it. That was a lot. Oh no. Okay. So, just need to let this blood run a bit more, not like that. Anyways, yeah, here's the finished product. I will get some video with my phone to show better angles and everything, and that's it. Okay, so here is the shark bite and the burn.
And here is the story of my character.
She is a surfer, so she loves to surf, swim, everything. So she was laying on her board, like diving under waves to get out further into the water. And when she went under, that's when the shark got her. And the rope burn was from, you know, those bands that you can like put around your ankle on the surfboard. I'm saying she had it around her wrist for like just better control while she was going under the waves.